What's up? So I did a video of Gravekeepers the other day, 4 days ago. Gravekeepers with Sarah and Wave of Enlightenment, and I said I was going to do a Master Fusion Alexis Rhodes Gravekeeper version during the KC Cup. So here is the deck list. We got 3 Gravekeeper Spies, a Recruiter, a Descendant, a Guard, 2 Headman, 2 Spiritualist, 1 Throne, 3 Necrovalleys, 2 Cosmic Cyclones, 1 Magicalized Fusion, a Drowning Mirror Force, Mirror Wall, Necrovalley Temple, 3 Quintet, and 3 Supernaturalist. Now you can add a second Throne and get rid of a Spiritualist, but I just like this one better. I like to have 2 Spiritualists in the deck. And I do have 2 Throne, I don't have 3, but I could do 2. 2 is good, it could get rid of Magicalized Fusion because you're using the skill Master of Fusion. What that does is every time you lose 1,000 life points, you return 1 card from your hand back to your deck. You don't discard it or anything. Then you add Polymerization from your hand from outside the deck. You don't need it in the deck, but you can only use it twice per duel. So you use Cosmic Cyclone or Mirror Wall to get 1,000 life points gone, unless you lose 1,000 life points for your turn. Switch a card for Poly, and then you can fuse. Sometimes you have Magicalized Fusion. You don't need the skill. You can swap this out for Throne. Or if you have Spiritualist and Necrovalley on the field already, you don't really need it. But that is the deck. You can pretty much change whatever you want in it. You don't need Necrovalley Temple, I just really like it. And you don't need Drowning, you can put whatever back where you want. And you could add a 3rd Cosmic. Whatever you feel like doing, you can do. You can switch it around anything, but this is the deck that I use for this video, so enjoy.
It's time to duel!
First up, we've got new Yu-Gi-Oh! With a bunch of titles, which still don't mean anything, just like last video. It's Alexis versus Alexis. Exciting stuff already. Alright, if I go second, if she wins, she levels up. Got some Super Poly sleeves on there and balance against my Master of Fusion. Alright, I start off with Necrovalley and Temple and Spy, which is pretty solid. So I'm going to start with Necrovalley on the field, put down more of my Spies and Temple. She draws into Mahad and sets it, or summons it. I throw out Temple so that she loses attack, but because of Mahad's effect, I'm a dark monster, it doubles its attack. So I throw out Descendant and bring out Guard. Descendant is from Spy's effect and Guard's from my hand. Guard gets set face down. She reloads, trying to draw another Mahad, I'm guessing. Puts Power of the Guardians on Mahad. Attacks my Descendant because it's her biggest threat. And destroys it with Power of the Guardians equipped. I throw Headman, bring Descendant back, use Descendant's effect to destroy Oh, I think I tried to destroy Mahad as a mistake, and it used the Power of the Guardian token to survive. So that was my misplay. I should have destroyed Power of the Guardians. And as I got Spy in the field, Mahad's still gaining those Power of the Guardian tokens there. I'm getting destroyed every card I send out. Spy brings out, Recruiter. I set a card. Recruiter gets destroyed. Recruiter's effect allows me to bring a Gravekeeper to my hand. I bring a second Spiritualist to my hand. It is now my turn. I get to pull a Magicalized Fusion, but I pass. I pull out a, what's it called? I can't remember any of these names. Cosmic Cyclone. I throw it in the deck for for my effect, Master of Fusion. Pull out Poly, even though I have Magicalized Fusion. Whatever. I pull out a Gravekeeper Spiritualist, use his effect, end my turn, pull a Necrovalley in my hand. It's exciting stuff. He pulls out Mausoleum of the Emperor, which allows him to pay life points to summon a monster without tributing. I get a subreddit notification. I flip Guard up, he forgets. I think I was stalling for him to forget that Guard was face down. I return Mahad to the hand. That destroys Power of the Guardians. And then I set Necrovalley, so I can use Magicalized Fusion to summon Quintet Magician, wipe the entire field, kablamo, all destroyed. I flip up my Necrovalley that I set, direct attack, 4,500 damage, dead. Good duel. Good stuff. Alright, so we both level up if one of us wins. We'll go a dual level up. I go second, so let's see who's going to go down first. 1 back row. I have a Cosmic in my hand. I Cosmic the back row. Lose 1,000 life points. Get to use Master of Fusion. So I have a Poly in my hand. I get rid of Magicalized Fusion just to show my skill. And then use Poly on Spiritualist and Headman to get Supernaturalist. use his effect and summon Headman so I can pull Spiritualist back from the graveyard and hit him for an OTK. Yes. I have no idea what that deck was, but he only had Paleozoic in his hand, so it couldn't have been too good. I get to go second. There's no rank up if somebody wins. Life boost, whatever that is, A? Sure, let's go with A. I have a guard, Headman, Cosmic, and Necrovalley. He's always a Blue Eyes deck, I remember this. So he plays his normal Blue Eyes play, Cosmo Brain, throw Blue Eyes in the graveyard, and puts Power of the Guardians on his Cosmic. I set guard, throw down Necrovalley and my back row. Guard gets to return Brain to the hand, even though he's destroyed. Power of the Guardians is destroyed. I Cosmic Cyclone his back row. I get to use my skill to throw Necrovalley in the deck and pull out a Poly. And then I use Headman to bring a card back from the graveyard, which is guard. And then I use Poly on those two cards to summon Spiritualist. Oh, sorry, to summon Supernaturalist. Use Supernaturalist effect and hit him for 3,200. And I pull out Spy from my deck. It's Chakra's turn. They throw Blue Eyes in the graveyard to get another Brain on the field. I use Supernaturalist effect, set down Spy, he deprisons me, I put Temple in my hand, and then he decides to summon a monster, attack my face down, which is Spy. I summon Recruiter onto the field for my deck. He ends his turn, and I set my other Spy in my back row, which is Temple. He attacks into my Spy, I throw out Temple so that it lowers his attack by 500, and I can summon Spiritualist from my deck with Spy's effect. I set another Spy, use Spiritualist to summon Supernaturalist with my Recruiter. Recruiter then lets me bring a Gravekeeper to my hand, which is Descendant. I then use Supernaturalist effect, hit into his Brain, end my turn, get Headman in my hand. That is a lot of stuff going on real quick. He puts the monster in defense mode, sets a back row. I use Cosmic on that just now set back row. It is Drowning Mirror Force. I use my skill for the second time this duel. Oh man, I don't remember. I only use it twice a duel, so we'll find out. But then I even use Supernaturalist to summon Quintet instead of using Poly. And I wipe the field, hit him for 4,500 damage, because Quintet is awesome. And that's game. I mentioned before that I've used a brick with this deck, and I learned how to not do that anymore. Not brick, but misplay a lot. So we got Dr. Crowler, who will level up if they win. And we're going to prevent that from happening. So the best thing you can do with a Middle Age Mechs deck is to open with Necrovalley, Spiritualist, and another monster in your hand so you can get Supernaturalist on the field and negate destruction effects on Supernaturalist and Necrovalley. That didn't happen for me, but luckily he did not open with a good hand. I get to then summon Supernaturalist with Spiritualist who was not destroyed on the field, and use Supernaturalist effect, attack whatever monster that is. I don't honestly see, I can't see it from right now. I get Spy in my hand, and he forfeits. That's what you do with Middle Age Mechs. You make them forfeit because they suck. I think he just bricked. So there's another Middle Age Mech duel after this one where he doesn't brick, and he actually is a really good duelist. It's a really good duel. It's a really good duel. Okay, this is some guy from Mexico. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Using Pegasus, Perlo. I don't want to butcher it. All right. Whoever wins gets to level up. I believe this was level 15 or 16. It's not that deep in. So I got Guard, Spy, Headman, and Drowning Mirror Force. He summons a Marmiting Captain. I don't know how to pronounce that either. He Berry Magician Girl. So I set Spy in my back row. He summons another Captain and attacks into my Spy. Excuse me. I use Spy effect to summon Recruiter from my deck. And Spy was also not destroyed, which is awesome. So I get to use Magicalized Fusion to summon Supernaturalist from the cards on the field. I use his effect, and then I no, I don't summon. I attack the middle captain, use his effect to get Necrovalley, because that's kind of needed for this deck. I got Drowning in the back row. I checked that because I forgot during the replay as well as now. And then he pulls out Magician of Chaos, which is a big problem. I didn't think this deck was going to be a problem until I saw that. He gets a Ritual Summon it off of Dark Magician in the graveyard, throwing it in the graveyard, sorry. But he cannot destroy me. He uses Wonder Wand on Barry, and then uses Magician of Chaos's effect to destroy my back row, which is running Mirror Force, Wonder Wand, then lets him draw 2 cards to his hand. He summons Chocolate Magician Girl, throws Dark Magician in the graveyard to draw a card. I used Supernaturalist effect, set Mirror Wall, throw down Necrovalley, and set Guard. Guard is going to be used for Chaos. That is the plan I have. But then I did attack Chaos, because, you know, I didn't know what was going to happen. Anything could have happened. He used Chaos effect to destroy Supernaturalist, but with Necrovalley and Supernaturalist on the field, he cannot be destroyed by card effects, so Chaos did not destroy my card. He didn't read. I used Guard to throw his... I don't even know what he had. Honestly, I lost track of what I was saying. Anyways, he surrendered, so that was it. That was that duel. You saw what happened. It was good enough, right? Good enough commentary. Kind of got sidetracked a little, but Chaos I was worried about. Alright, next up we got Breakfast, a KC Cup second stage duelist. This is the good duel against Middle Age Mechs. So this one is probably my favorite one because I actually felt accomplished doing it. If you play wrong on the first turn, you will lose with Gravekeepers against this deck. So I threw down Necrovalley, put down Spiritualist, used Guard to bring out Supernaturalist. Now I cannot be destroyed by card effects. He uses effect, and my turn I get Temple, because I feel like Necrovalley is going to be destroyed by Double Cyclone or something of the sorts. So I want Temple so I can bring it back from the graveyard. I don't know if Cyclone is banished or not, and I don't remember when I'm playing this, so, you know, hope for the best. So he uses all his Gear Town shenanigans, Galaxy, whatchamacallit, and gets Ancient Gear Dragon on the field, Reactor Dragon. He attacks into my card, destroying himself and me, so that I take 2k damage from his Ancient Dragon thingy name. I don't remember his name anymore. Spiritualist I then summon, use it to summon Supernaturalist. I use Supernaturalist effect, attack into his Ancient Gear, pull out Spy from Supernaturalist effect, and now it's his turn. He sets Gear Town and then summons Breaker the Magical Warrior, uses Breaker's effect on his set Gear Town, uses Gear Town's effect in the graveyard to summon Ancient Gear Reactor Dragon, his main card, who has 100 attack higher than me, so I use Necrovalley Temple to lower his attack, but he can still... No, he can't. Oh, because Gear Town's on the field. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm getting confused. So anyways, he destroys my Gear Town from being destroyed by battle. Was not expecting that, which was awesome. Then Necrovalley being destroyed lets me set Throne. I use Throne to bring Spy to my hand. I use Master Fusion on my extra Spy because I don't need it anymore to get Polymerization. Use Polymerization on Spy and Headman to summon my second Supernaturalist. And then I will use Supernaturalist effect, attack into Breaker, end my turn because I think Reborn is a drowning. Reborn then activates because my turn's over, and gets negated by Necrovalley. I bring Necrovalley to my hand because I think it's going to be destroyed. Reborn is attempted again. It is negated still by Necrovalley. The guy can't read. And then he surrenders. The second stage world champion, not world champion, but a guy who was really good at the game surrendered because he doesn't know what Necrovalley does. You'd think he would know it by now. Or he thought it would somehow magically work. I don't know. Then we got some guy from Japan, because I can't pronounce everybody's name, and I don't have time to read it all so fast. Master Fusion with Gravekeepers is awesome, and it's really fun, so if you don't have the cards yet, try to get them. It's a good time. You don't need 3 thrones. If you can get... Now, if you already have Necrovalley from the selection box, just try to get 1 throne, and just make sure you have 3 Necrovalleys. So here's another Chaos guy. He uses Senju to get his Chaos card into his hand. But then he uses Neos Fusion to summon Brave Neos, Power of the Guardians on the Neos, attacks into my face down, I mirror wall him. But he doesn't have enough damage to destroy my Spy. My Spy summons Descendant on the field, which is a key card for dealing with this kind of deck. I don't activate this cost for mirror wall. I destroy Spy to destroy his Power of the Guardians with Descendant's effect, summon Headman to bring Spy back, to use Descendant's effect to destroy Neos with getting rid of Headman. Then I Magicalized Fusion, and then he forfeits because he knows he was gonna be destroyed. That was my second favorite duel of this video. This is a lot. Oh, that is the last duel actually. So if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. I will link my other Gravekeeper video, and I might make another one because Gravekeepers are a lot of fun and probably my favorite archetype. Whatever you pronounce that as, other than Toons and Magician Girls. So peace out.
We get lost, we can get high. Because me gone, I feel alive. Anywhere, anyway, I will love you.